Hey guys, good morning. This is Steph. I hope you're all doing well. We're going to be snowed in for a couple of days, and I thought it would be a perfect opportunity to just catch up a little bit on some menu planning with the things that I have in my refrigerator and freezer. I also find that I'm not using my pantry supplies. I did buy a lot of vegetables and some canned meats and stuff. I also did some canning myself here, and I'm not using it. So I think I'm going to work on a menu plan because I need to start incorporating a couple of things from my pantry each and every week so that it doesn't get old, that it gets rotated and put to the use, why I bought it in the first place. But right now I am just making my own breakfast. I've got coffee on here, little creamer. The other day I made some egg muffins, so I'm going to have that for breakfast. I need to finish this orange, and then these are orange crusted dinner rolls, and I'm going to warm up one of those. So anyway, okay, well, I will see you in a little bit because I've got to have some coffee first of all, okay? So this is just a brief overview of my pantry. It's not as neat and organized as it could be, but I pretty much know where everything is. Most of my grains and that are up on the top shelf here. Here are a number of different jars of home canned foods, oatmeal. Oh, there's in that little jar right there, there is cornmeal. Let me see. My son knows that I like dried peas, and so he got me a 4-pound bag of split peas. And then he knows I really, really like dried whole peas. And so he found me a 4-pound bag of whole dried peas. I don't know if you can make that out. They will last a long time, believe me. So here, it's just a mix of some sauces and just a variety of things. But as I said, I kind of know what there is here. Here are boxed mixes like long grain and wild rice and pizza mix and just different things like that. Up here are mostly canned goods. These are soups and broth, some more broth. These are like tomato products here. In this general area are foods that are ready to eat, like Spam and canned spaghetti, tuna. There's pork and beans, so just a number of different things. Here's sardines. Again, here are some soups and vegetables, and back here is a large box of different kinds of vegetables, peas, beans, corn, and I need to start tackling that. Here's some flour. Let me see. Yeah, these are all dry things. Here are a couple of boxes of cake mixes, some scalloped potatoes. Here are sauces, and some powdered things. Down here on this little shelf, there are more home canned meats. So again, I need to start using up some of these things. Now, the only thing that's actually fresh in here that needs to be dealt with right away are some potatoes here in that bag. So I had all the good intentions this morning and immediately made a mistake, and I will show you what that is out in the kitchen. So I was out here fixing my breakfast, and I hadn't eaten yet. And into my mind came the thought, oh, pizza would be nice for dinner tonight. I had gone out and done a little bit of shopping yesterday. Excuse me, please. Picked up one of these rising crust pepperoni pizzas, and I thought, oh, okay, I'll put it out to thaw. And then, of course, I ate my breakfast, and realization came that I have things in the refrigerator that need to be used up now. So I will tell you what they are and think of some way to deal with them. Because once this rises, you have to bake it. So I will do that. But anyway, here. All right, this is not in the least bit tidy, but I will just share with you what I have. There's a jar of bean soup right there that needs to be eaten up or frozen. There are some mixed vegetables down there with that container with the foil on top of it that has potato salad. I need to eat that. I have some lunch meats here. And then I have this pasta sauce, and I either have to use it or I'm going to have to freeze it. In this small jar is some leftover eggnog, and I don't think I'll be drinking that anymore. So again, instead of thinking about what I had in here and planning to incorporate that in the next few days, I went ahead and thawed that pizza. So I am going to deal with these things here and divide them up and put them in containers, and I'll put them in the freezer. Okay, I have pulled a bunch of stuff out of the refrigerator, and I'm just going to go through each of these containers and see what is worth keeping, and maybe putting into, or just, refreshing it, putting it back in and using it in the next day or two for sure. Here's the potato salad. Here's that sauce. I don't know, it seems to me like I see some mold on top. Oh, that's just aggravates me with myself because it's such a waste. Here's some Braunschweiger I bought at Aldi a day or two ago, and I'm going to portion this. And this freezes really well. Aldi just has the most delicious Braunschweiger. But, if I open it up and leave it in the fridge, it's going to go bad by the time I eat it all. So I portion it, and I have tried it before, and it freezes really, really well. So here's soup. I'm probably going to freeze that. Here's just a little bit of cheese topping for something. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead then and check these things out. Okay guys, I am about halfway through. I diced some yellow and orange peppers to use with the pizza. I also cut up a little bit more pepperoni. And what I'm doing now, I have this bin. I usually use it for cheeses and odds and ends. And I found a couple of tubes of crescent rolls, a block of cream cheese. These all go back to the holidays. I didn't use a lot of stuff that I had bought, so that's why I still have it. But anyway, I've got odds and ends of cheeses here. Here's some summer sausage. What I can salvage, I'm going to cut up and freeze. And what I can't, I'm just going to have to dispose of and feel bad about it, which I do. Here's some lunch meat. I had more pepperoni, and I put it in the freezer. Lunch meats, hams, a lot of the cheeses, if you're wondering, really do freeze okay. Their texture might just be a slightly little bit different when you pull them out, but it doesn't affect the quality, and it's better than throwing it away. So I'm just going to continue on with this. Hey guys, I don't know how you feel about waste. You might want to look away, but I'm just being honest with you because I've got to tackle this thing here. I found a piece of Parmesan cheese that had a whole bunch of mold on it, so I trimmed it away. Some of the inner portion is still edible, so I've wrapped that, and hopefully I'm going to use that soon. Here's a little bit of mixed salad that's gone bad. Here's a bunch of stuff. My sink is full of dishes of all these different things that I've cleaned out. I've gone through this bin and sorted through the cheeses and that. Yeah, that sauce is going to have to go. This soup will go in the freezer. And potato salad, homemade applesauce, and some mixed veggies. These all have to be eaten in the next couple days. I have some frozen peppers in the freezer. So that's what I chopped up to put on my pizza. Here's a little bit of extra pepperoni and some cheese. This is a mixture of cheese and onions. And yeah, I have to cook this pizza today. Should have thought this through better, but I didn't. So I'm on my way, and once I get everything put away, excuse me, I will sit down and write out some menu ideas for the next couple. Okay, friends, I feel like I got a lot accomplished. It's just one of those jobs that, it kind of nags you at the back of your mind, like I have to deal with this. So I'm glad that I did. I'm sorry for the waste. But I think the next thing I'm going to do now is just sit down and start working on the menu, okay? So here are a few ideas that I came up with. Again, focusing on using those things that are either leftovers or already cooked before I get something fresh. Obviously pizza today, potato salad, mixed vegetables, applesauce, and I have a hard-boiled egg. That bean soup, I have some old-fashioned, some people also call it Dutch loaf, lunch meat, and I've got a little bit of Italian bread there behind me, so I want to make a sandwich. I made some egg muffins the other day and orange rolls. I've got some cherry tomatoes, so I want to eat that. I have a zucchini in the crisper, so I want to make like a little stir fry with onion and tomatoes and serve it with pasta and some of that grated Parmesan. I have a head of lettuce, and I want to use some of that summer sausage and cheese and make a nice salad out of it. I like noodle soup, and so I'd like to make some soup and use some of the vegetables I have in the crisper, like carrots and celery. And oatmeal, I have a banana that needs to be used up, so I will cook some oatmeal and serve it with maple syrup. I have some bread in the freezer that needs to be used up, so I think I'll make French toast out of that. I like canned chicken noodle soup every once in a while, and I picked up 4 cans over at Save-A-Lot the other day, and I like to serve it with an egg cooked in there. And then I have potatoes in the pantry that need to be used up, and one way I think is I will make a couple of potatoes and serve them with cheddar cheese and sour cream, and let me see what else. I have green onions and a little bit of bacon in the freezer. So that is the start, my friends. I feel like I accomplished something today. Again, as I said more than once already, I feel bad about the waste, but it just had to be dealt with. It wasn't going to go away on its own. And then this is what's for dinner today, is this enormous beast of a pizza. Well, it's dinner time and I'm ready to have some pizza, but why in the world did I cut this thing up like this? Because it's going to make it easier to put the leftovers into freezer bags. I've got this nice rectangle, I'll cut it in half, and these pieces will fit easier. So you know what, there's always logic behind the reason for why we do things, and this is mine. Hey guys, thank you so much for stopping by today, and I hope to see you soon.